So how long are you driving?
I've been driving 6 years.
Yeah, you like it?
Well,
It's kind of a long time.
it's been a lot. Yes, indeed. It's a job that suddenly, while you were doing it, doesn't even matter anymore. You know, like it doesn't hold you over anymore in New York.
So you must get by pretty well. I mean, you're able to pay your bills and so forth doing this kind of work?
I'm paying my bills, paying the rent. Basically, that's what we're all doing in New York. Keeping our rent, keeping from becoming homeless.
Well, you have family?
No.
It's just yourself?
Just myself and my dogs and my cats.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people always ask me if I have a baby. It's like I can't imagine driving a cab, being a mother. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, it would be difficult, right? What do you do with a kid?
Well, I
Find
think it would be
babysitters.
selfish to be a cab driver with a baby because it is ridiculously reckless and dangerous. I think I would care about myself more if I had a baby, which is probably why I'll never have a baby.
So, but it wasn't so bad. Was it so bad 6 years ago?
Well, you know, I started 8 years ago, and then I took 2 years off. And you could make more money, but what happened 8 years ago was crack hit the streets. And it really took New York by surprise, crack cocaine.
Uh-huh.
And it was just, anybody would do anything for $5. People that didn't know they were going to become addicted to crack suddenly were hopping cabs and robbing people and looking for $5. It was really strange. So it was more dangerous than, I think, personally. More immediate, quick robberies back in those days. Now we all know where the crack has moved. It's up in the Bronx. It's way out in East New York. It's still a little bit around the tunnels, you know, a little time crack peddling. But the major crack rush of 86 and 87 seems to be over.
So have you had a lot of trouble?
I've had some trouble, sure. All my cab driving friends have had trouble.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You've been robbed?
I've been robbed 3 times. I got robbed on my second night as a cab driver. And as I sobbed in my bathtub, I went, never again. And, you know, the idea is that you finally have to get too much to put this job. This job is very addictive because you can run around and bring some money home. We can all complain that we're paying too much for the lease and traffic's crazy. But basically, I know I can afford to eat and sleep and feed us all every day. And that's addictive for someone like me without a career in mind. But there we go. Hang on there, friend. We are not a merging culture here. We're all greedy and jealous for space. That's what it is.
So do you think it's true what they say about New York City cab drivers, how they drive?
Well, it's funny because when I started, it was me and the Haitians and the Jamaicans. And now it's mostly Hindus and Pakistanis. And they're not, the guys from the Far East are not big on blinkers. It's hilarious. It's like, they just bolt. They're bolters. They drive like bolting left and right without a peripheral idea. So it's been strange getting used to, I caretake as a driver. I think it's because I'm a woman. I make sure that nobody runs into anybody just by, I relieve a lot of potential accidents out here.
Well, you're still a fairly aggressive driver.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
You have to be.
Yeah.
Night drivers have to have speed to race off and be the first one to the elbow. That's the trick.
So how come nights as opposed to working the days?
I can't deal with New York in the day, really. I feel like I would need a martini if I drove during the day, which is not good.
Yeah, I always feel the same way. That driving during the day is just be too nerve-wracking.
It's too much. Our day drivers are basically the old guys who just can't do nights anymore, and they have the big donut bellies.
Right.
They're settled into going slow and nibbling all day, drinking tons of coffee.